Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students, Assalamu alaikum. You're watching Math with Yasir Arafat, and we have to discuss 5 most important MCQs of chapter 5, second year. Now, come to the first MCQs here. If y is equal to f of x is called increasing function if the derivative will be greater than 0. The B option is correct. If we are going to discuss the increasing function, that means its derivative will be greater than 0. So the B option is correct for the first MCQs here. Now come to the second MCQs. The function f of x is the relative minimum at x is equal to 0 when f prime a it is equals to 0, then double derivative should be greater than 0. So dear students, remember that here if the function is minimum, then the value of the double derivative will be greater than 0. If the function is maximum, then the double derivative will be less than equal to 0. So here the A option is correct for the second MCQs here. If s is equals to f of t and we have to find out its double derivative, here s represents the distance, or with respect to time t we are going to find the derivative, second derivative. So second derivative, it is the acceleration. First derivative, it is velocity, and the second derivative, when we have to find the derivative with respect to t, then it becomes the velocity, and then if we have to find out the second derivative, then velocity become the acceleration there. So the double derivative C option will be correct here. It is the acceleration at time t. Now come to the fourth MCQs. The necessary condition for f of x to have an extreme values if first derivative, second derivative will be equal to 0. If the necessary conditions for f of x to have an extreme values, if we have to put the first derivative, it is equal to 0, D option is correct. The necessary condition for f of x to have an extreme values, then if we have to find out the extreme values, we have to put the first derivative, it is equal to 0. So here D option is correct, not C. D option is correct in this situation here. Now come to the last fifth MCQs here. A point where first derivative of a function is 0 is called its stationary point. This is called stationary point. It is called extreme points as well, or it is stationary point. So the A option is correct for the fifth MCQs. A point where the first derivative of a function is 0. When we have to put the first derivative, it is equal to 0, and we have to find out the value of the variable in that situation. The value of those functions are called stationary points. Thank you so much, dear students. If you like this video, please share it and subscribe my channel Math with Yasir Arafat. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.